Hey everybody, let's talk about something interesting this morning. So my oldest daughter moved out last week, which is its own video with its own range of emotions and things. We'll do that another time. But as we were packing up some of her stuff, I started looking through this one box that she had, and it was from 2 years ago when she graduated high school. And a lot of people had written these little notes to her at her graduation party. And the notes I found were full of amazing advice. Amazing advice. Every note was different. Every note had spot on, perfect advice. And initially I was like, wow, this is really great. This is really great. This is really great. Here's another good one. And then I got to the end of them and I thought to myself, I know all of these people. I know everybody on here that has written some advice for my daughter. And no one is following this advice. There isn't a single person in here who's writing advice and tips to her for the future that is actually following the advice. And these are all adults. And when I was going through looking at that, I'm like, it's interesting the parallel between our normal life and business life, because oftentimes we actually know what to do, but we're not doing it. It's true. A lot of times we actually know exactly what we're supposed to do, but we're not doing it. Maybe you're running up into that, because people will call me up and say, hey, can I get a little bit of advice from you? Here's what I think I should do. And they start walking through what's going on, their problems, all this kind of stuff. And hey, we're brand new in government contracting. We've been in government contracting 5-10 years, whatever the deal is. And a lot of times they'll say, here's a problem. Here's what I think the solution is. What are your thoughts? And I'm like, yeah, that's the solution. And they still say, well, can you help me? Can you help me with the solution? And why is it that we don't take the advice that we know is right? Well, I think there's a couple of reasons. And one of them is we don't know how to do the thing that we think we should do. So even if you know you need to be targeting your prospects better, even if you know you should be having conversations with contracting officers and small business reps and all those kind of things and teaming partners, you should be teaming. Even though you should be doing that, you just don't know how to do it. That's one thing. The other thing that I see a lot of is the fear of, hey, we've been doing things this way for so long. I don't know how to do it a different way. I'm like, really? You don't know how to do it? Well, I'm afraid if we change that's it. I'm afraid if we change the way we're doing it, it's not going to work. So you're afraid it's not going to work. So you know what to do, but you're afraid it's not going to work for some reason. So there's fear, there's this lack of knowledge, there's all these little things that hold us back because we just don't know what we're getting into. And so we don't take the good advice that we already know that's inside of us. And so I want to encourage you today, if you're watching this, to take that advice. You probably know what you need to do. You're just not doing it because of fear, or you don't know what you're doing, or whatever. And I'll tell you what, if you don't know what you're doing, the best way to learn is to just start trying. Just start doing it. And if that helps, do a little bit more. So that's advice I have for you this morning. So go out there, make some things happen. Don't worry about how you look in the market or whatever it is. Just take some action and learn from it, and then take another step. If you got any questions, as always, you know how to reach me. We'll see you next time.